my name is Tomasz Edwards. I have a small presence as a composer called T.C.Edwards, where I have composed music for a bunch of audiobooks, games, short films, and very soon I will have my first feature film credit, which is quite a momentous time for any composer, because it's bloody hard finding any work these days. I work primarily in audio. That's what I'm good at. However, when you're in a small company like this, you end up wearing many hats. So not only will I do the sound recording, the composition and post-production, but we've all done a bit of acting, a bit of writing, a bit of directing, and a bit of all of that stuff. So that's what I do. When you're a composer for film, especially if, like me, you haven't worked on big productions and you're not super established, you want to throw everything you can into your compositions, all your skills. You think, oh, well, I'm really good at this instrument, so I'm going to write the most complicated thing ever. Oh, I know a lot about harmony, so I'm going to write the most harmonically complicated thing I can. And you generally throw so much at it, your composition can become a bit too messy. You need to be able to be a good musician while also stripping yourself back. So not throwing everything you can do at the same composition, keeping things simple, which is really difficult to do, especially if you've trained for a long time to write complex music. But you've got to know your audience. Your audience who are watching these films won't be academic musicians who will only appreciate atonal music. They will be normal people who will just want something nice to hear. I have enjoyed the spontaneity of the films we make because as a micro-budget production company, we have to work with what we're given, which means improvising. And that part is where your creativity is rewarded. And as we're a group of very creative people, that aspect is very enjoyable. The other parts I enjoy are the social aspects. We're constantly bringing in actors who we've never met, never worked with before, and forming new relationships with these people that we would have never met had we not started making films. Even our cameraman right here is someone we would have never met if we hadn't started making films, and he's become a good friend to us. So the social aspects, the creativity, are by far my two favorite aspects of this process. I think the passion is more important because with the passion, you'll be able to train for the skills to pull it off. When I composed my first piece of music, I did not have the skill to fully produce it, but from my passion, I was able to learn what I already didn't know in order to complete it. When I first composed, I didn't know how to mix or master. I could write sheet music. I didn't know anything about production. But I've managed to learn all of those things, and it's through my passion.